I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know how to handle it. I was afraid to call the police. I was just terrified.
Every stage of human life, from womb to tomb, is precious and worthy of our respect and protection.
Compared to men, women are 6 times more likely to report being sexually assaulted.
3 times more likely to be physically injured.
More than twice as likely to report being beaten.
Are 4 times more likely to report being threatened or harmed.
Much more likely to fear for their lives.
Reported a higher incidence of being isolated from family and friends.
Reported a higher rate of name-calling and put-downs.
We surveyed some grade 10 Morocco students to get their opinion on relationship abuse.
The statistics you'll be seeing throughout the film come from this survey.
Abuse comes in all types of form: emotional, verbal, physical, and mental. Are you in an abusive relationship?
My situation is willing to accept any relationship. If somebody was interested in me, then that was like, wow, you know, you like me, nobody else likes me. Feel we have no value and we have no worth. And we become so used to the abuse that we think that's all we'll ever have and that's all we deserve and it's all we'll ever get. And at the bottom of it, there's still this thing that we're going to change him.
We asked students how much that they think that self-esteem has to do with being controlled in a relationship.
There's always red flags in abuse. From the way that the person talks to you, from the way you know, they talk down to you, from the way that they treat your parents. They might treat you very differently in front of your parents, and when they get alone with you, then the language comes out.
We asked students if they've ever seen any possible scenes of abuse out in public.
He would shake me and he would shove me. And I always felt, because I wanted so desperately to be part of a relationship, to have a boyfriend, that I would take anything. So embarrassing to think that somebody just hit me and I didn't do anything wrong. I just disagreed and wouldn't do what he wanted me to do. Apart from the physical goes away. The physical abuse, we can deal with the bruises. We forget that, but it's the emotional, it's the language that's used, and it's the put down.
So abuse is wrong, coming from a man or a woman, be it physical or verbal.
He said to me, babying the baby too much, and I said, what? He's crying, he's fussy, he needs to be held. And he grabbed Ryan away from me and took him in the other room, and it was about half an hour of the screaming before I'm sorry, he gave him back to me. And so he put him in the bassinet, and he told me, he warned me not to touch him, that just to leave him in the room. I got up and I went to the bassinet and I picked him up. He was hiding around the corner and he came in the room. And he went to punch me and he missed and he hit Ryan. And I thought he killed him. And I didn't know what to do and I didn't know how to handle it. I was afraid to call the police. I was just terrified. By the grace of God, thank God, you know, my son was okay. I miss you, I love you, I'm sorry, I want to come home. He never acknowledged hitting my son. I brought it up, and he said it was my fault, that I had taken Ryan and put him in the way of his fist. Some women, unfortunately, don't have the strength. It takes strength. It takes courage to break away from that.
My advice would be, take care of yourself and, what do you want from your life? Do you want a life of abuse? Do you want a life of somebody controlling you? Or do you want to take control back to yourself?